And the model that we're going to be looking at today is a thing called SHIFT, SH1FT. And each of these is another way of looking at your business or your environment in a way that will help you to explode the potential inside your business. That's the plan. So this is Abraham Lincoln. SHIFT. We talked about SHIFT, and the first thing we're going to do is talk about PESTEL. So you're all familiar with this tool, right? But I'd like you to still take some notes, because even though it's an old tool, it's been around for 30 or 40 years, it's actually quite hard to improve on it. So the first thing when you're looking at strategy is you have to look at the macro environment. What's actually happening? And this is just a tool to look at the macro environment. The first one is political. And there's some subheadings. You want to look at the policy, tax, the political stability, which is, we've got quite a stable regime here at the moment, or government, corruption, labor law, trade restrictions, anything to do with politics. The E is for economics. And so what are the macroeconomic factors? And you can add to this or subtract from this. Right, growth, exchange rates, interest rates, inflation, disposable income, unemployment, all the macroeconomic factors that you can think of that might or might not be, even if it's not directly going to be affecting your business, probably a useful thing to look at. Like unemployment may or may not be affecting your business. But it's still a good thing to look at, because if you look at the social structures, population, we've got 55 population, 55 million or so. We've got a young population and trending a little bit younger. What are our attitudes towards work, safety, health and lifestyle, culture, demographics? So for example, Johannesburg or Gauteng is the home to 1,000 new entrants a day. We are getting 300,000 people a year into Gauteng. That's a lot. Where are we going to put them all, for a start? How are we going to feed them? How are we going to... The Vaal Dam is now at 65%, 64.1% was yesterday. How are we going to give them all water, right? So these are things that there might be opportunities here, and they might be affecting you. So I mean, that has implications for the infrastructure of the city. So if you're in infrastructure at all, you guys have to help your clients move trucks around. It's just going to get more congested. The T is technology. This is not information technology. It could be, but it's not only information technology. It's automation. So this last month, Finland and Scotland, both independently, decided to give their citizens a grant of 2,000 euros a month. Did you hear that in the press? You see that? Quite interesting. Just like that. A small trial, a few thousand people. They were just giving people money, just to live on, because the robots are coming. And so what's going to happen is we're going to have jobless growth. I mean, Marx predicted this 150 years ago, but what's going to happen is a lot of things are going to become automated. Blockchain is going to automate the financial services. So as we have automation, we've got less and less employment. So how are we going to keep people alive? What is the purpose of a state at that point, right? So we go back to political. So automation. Research and development. What is your level of innovation? There's the blockchain. Materials technology. Magnets are they were certainly a big trend a couple of years ago. Materials technology have just done enormous things in materials technology, and we'll talk a little bit about one of the case studies. Technological awareness, whatever you've got in technology. E is environment, weather, climate. What are the environmental policies? So if you're in the US at the moment, it's a free-for-all for the next 4 years, because Donald Trump is saying, never mind the EPA, we don't need environmental protection at all. So if you're running a golf course, you can pollute. Obama said, look, you're not allowed to pollute water if you're running a golf course. They're saying, oh, never mind. Put the pesticides in the river, who cares? It's only people after all. So if you're running a business in the US, you've got a 4-year window, right? And if you're trying to iron out a particularly messy process, now's the time to do it. Yes, you can get cleaner and cleaner, but you don't have to be hampered by environmental policies anymore. And pressure from NGOs. If you're in a business where there are NGOs, that's quite a good place to look for the environmental kind of prompts or triggers. Legal, this is for you guys. What are the legal codes, and what is the legal system in the country? BEE, antitrust, consumer protection. So what are the trends? I mean, you guys are very interested in media law, copyright law, intellectual property, and we're going to be talking about that when we get to the T of shift. We'll talk all about that. So, occupational health and safety, all of those things. So what I'd like you to do is talk to a colleague. Just sit down with your colleague quickly and have a quick chat about, identify one or two trends out of each of those letters and see if you can think of something that will be affecting your business. Go. And each of these is another way of looking at your business or your environment in a way that will help you to explode the potential inside your business. That's the plan.